Welcome back to Free America. Thanks for joining me. So today I have another Canadian belt knife. I've done so many Canadian belt knife videos, I should go ahead and call this the Canadian Belt Knife channel. This knife was recommended to me by a viewer who left a comment on the video that I did where I compared the cold steel Canadian belt knife with the R. Murphy. And he turned me on to this is called the Knives of Alaska, right? And their headquarters is in Denton, Texas. I'm not quite sure how that works, but I'm okay. I like both of those dates. And this is called the Xtreme Yukon Sure Grip in orange. So, Xtreme Yukon Sure Grip. So the first thing that you'll notice about this knife, except that it's orange, is that it has an edge at the top. So you can see it there. So not only does it have a swedge on top, it's actually sharpened, and it is quite sharp. So that was an interesting choice, and actually it was the selling point for me. There's a couple of things that I really like about the knife. One of them is a good, secure, deep choil, right? And really good jimping on the top of the blade. When you hold the knife, it feels very, very natural in your hand. And as far as skinning is concerned, I haven't skinned anything with it yet. I'm hoping to, but it feels really secure. It feels really good. The knife handles, the orange handles, are micarta. It's got brass pins and a brass lanyard hole. But you know me, unless I'm skinning something over water, I'm not likely to have a lanyard on it because it gets in my way. But it's D2 tool steel, hardened to 59 to 62 Rockwell, and it weighs a total of 3.9 ounces. I'm trying to remember all this stuff now. So the overall length of the knife is 8.5 inches from here to here. Okay. The blade is 3.95 inches. I mean, it's 4 inches for anybody's sake, right? But the sharp tip really sold me, right? The sharp upper edge. Now, a lot of people don't like that, right? Because there's always a chance when you're skinning that if you go back, you'll either cut your hide or you could cut into the innards that you're trying to clean out of the animal. It's just a matter of technique, right? The reason I like the point, the sharpened top edge, is because there are times when you have to pierce through the skin, like around the legs of a deer, right, where you have to cut through the skin and cut around it so you can skin down, and you have to be able to pierce the skin to be able to do that, right? Or at least I prefer to pierce the skin to do that instead of trying to cut through hair, right? I don't like to cut through hair, and cutting through hair, by the way, will dull your blade. This knife is really sharp. It comes very sharp. Super happy with that. So I've had some negative comments where folks say, wow, dude, you're just holding a knife on a tabletop and talking about it, and you know, that doesn't tell me what it will do. So okay, you kind of got me there, but at the same time, this is a skinning knife, a processing knife for hunting. The last time I put a video up where I actually skinned a squirrel, YouTube demonetized me and made me age restricted and all kind of crap. So I'm preferring not to do that at this point. So I like the sheath. The sheath is good, heavy, American-made leather. It's well stitched. It's riveted at the top. It's stitched all the way between, you know, the strap to hold it in, and it has a nice big belt loop. Okay, and this is the thing that I like about it the most. Let's see if I can get that for you. Made in USA. So you would think maybe some of those other big name knife companies like K-Bar could get their leather made in the USA. That'd be great. So, nice secure sheath. You know me, if the damn thing falls out of the sheath, then I'm unhappy. Good secure sheath. Very happy with that. So let's do this. Let's pull out the Groman's Canadian belt knife and take a look at them side by side. So it appears the blade on the original Canadian belt knife is longer than it is on the Knives of Alaska. Again, it's not sharp on top. It's not even swaged, right? The handle on the Yukon is considerably wider, you know, taller from top to bottom than the Canadian knife. And the Canadian knife is absolutely just feels wonderful in my hand. But then again, I have really big hands, so the bigger handle actually feels better, and I like that a lot. As you can see, there's a much more pronounced swedge on the top, or I guess you would also call that a choil, right, on the top with the jimping, and you don't have that on the Canadian knife, right? You do have that on the Knives of Alaska knife, and I gotta tell you, I think it really improves the grip on the knife. So the Groman knife does not have a lanyard. They do come with lanyards, and also this is also high carbon steel, so interesting, I think, to look at them side by side. So if we pull out the Murphy and add it to the stack, wait, let's do this. All right, I wanted to change the angle a little bit, try to give us a slightly better view. So when you compare the Murphy, the R. Murphy blade shape is far more accurate to the traditional knife, and the, what do you call that, the tallness, right, of the handle is about the same, and the Yukon is taller. Now, what I've said before is the thing that I dislike the most about the Murphy is the near complete lack of a choil right here, and the edge comes all the way. The edge comes all the way to here. So when you're holding the knife, when I'm holding the knife, I feel like my finger is going to slip up onto the blade like it just did. Stupid. So I'm less inclined to use that knife, you know, for that purpose. That and the fact that it falls right out of its sheath. So let's take a look at the cold steel with all of them. So again, the cold steel knife has a good choil. The edge is well done. The jimping on the top is larger and very secure, and it feels pretty good. Again, the handle is considerably smaller, right? So now this is a stainless steel knife. It holds a good edge, and I haven't had to do any serious resharpening with it, just touching it up. And I've done some skinning with it. So I only ever skinned one fox with this knife, and then I kind of put it away because I was afraid to cut myself. I've skinned squirrels and rabbits, and I don't think I've skinned a deer with that. No, yeah, actually I did. I did skin a deer with this one. At the very beginning of the year, a little buck. I haven't skinned anything with this yet, but I want to. And like I said, the way it feels in my hand is very natural. I mean, look at that, right? Okay. So I know I'm going to get some crap for not showing you how it cuts animals, but I don't want to get demonetized and all that kind of stuff. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Oh, also I meant to say, so I was turned on to this knife by a viewer who left a comment. And that guy's name is Moray James, and I'll leave his name on the video down here. So he's the one that turned me on to this knife. Oh, let's talk about price point for just a minute, okay? Less than 20 bucks delivered, about 35 bucks delivered. These knives are pretty expensive if you buy them directly from Groman. I got this knife new old stock, and I think I paid less than 60 bucks for it delivered, which you're not ever going to find anywhere else. So now this knife is $95 delivered, right? $89 in the catalog, and about $95 to your door. So that's a huge jump in price point. And I had to sell a couple of other things to finance this one. Maybe I'll sell the rest of these. No, I won't sell that one. But big difference in price. Again, D2 tool steel, high carbon steel. I don't know exactly what these steels are, and this is I think it's 4116. Yeah, can't see it. Anyway, 4116 German steel, and the knife is made in Taiwan. R. Murphy's made in the United States. The Groman, of course, is made in Canada, and the Yukon, the Knives of Alaska knife, is made in the United States. So those are the basics, and like I said, I would love to hear your comments, your input, and if this was helpful, give me a thumbs up, If it was not helpful, or you just hate it because I'm not showing you how to cut up an animal, give me a thumbs down, and I'd love to hear your comments. Thanks very much. Thanks for joining me here in Free America. God bless America.